All right, Shalom. First off, to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. We give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And a sincere Shalom to all the Akim out here that's doing and pushing the work in truth and in sincerity. Okay? I saw this post, man, and I wanted to do this video. I saw another brother, post this. Um, it's from it's a commanding General Yahanna, okay? And right here it says, I remember when the first computers came out, stupid religious leaders were saying, oh no, don't use the computer. It's the devil. He has the spirit of the devil in it. It says, now you got stupid religious leaders saying the microchip is the mark of the beast. Why don't we stop doing two things? One, stop being bewitched by every idiot with a spooky story. And then it says, number two, stop listening to stupid religious leaders. Okay? Which that pretty much that's like the same thing. Because then they say ISUPK home of the truth. Okay? So, I wanted to go in the scriptures, man. Okay? First scripture, okay, that I want to get into, okay, is just because a person been into it, for a while, um being in the faith, right? It's not about, oh, I've been in it, because General Yahanna, according to my knowledge, she's been in it, a while also. The thing is, you want to be in this truth for sincerity, man. Whether it's 30 years, 1 year, whatever the case may be, you want to be sincere. Okay? Now, it don't take an idiot to see that he's taking a shot at the elders, And I say this, that the scripture in Job 32nd, the 32nd chapter, okay, 32 and 7, and it says, I said days should speak. And I'm not talking shit about the apostles or the elders or anything, because they are, who I believe, men of the Lord, And it says, days should speak and multitude of years should teach wisdom, and that's what you would think, being in the faith, a person, you see, with apostles, they seen a lot, but then you got another person, right, such as like General Yahanna and other guys, right, or even guys that been in the world, right, and they still walk around as fools, and here go the thing, when it's a fool, it's really hard to get, across to that fool, because he gonna look at you like you a fool. The scriptures say, I'm gonna go back to that, okay? Let me see. Wisdom too high, I believe. Yeah. Proverbs 24:7. Wisdom is too high for a fool. It says he opens not his mouth in the gate. Okay? Now, back in Job 32nd, the 32nd chapter, it says, but there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty gives them understanding. Right? So the Lord, he's not going to give the total understanding of everything from day one. You got to grow into this thing. Okay? And I'm talking about like of literally everything. I'm gonna go to the next verse. It says, great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment. Okay? Now, one thing I gotta bring out, okay, I got to bring out this scripture, okay? This is Matthew 9 and, I'm going to start at 17. Yeah, 9 and 17. It says, you know what, start up at, 16. It says, no man puts a new cloth onto an old garment, right? When I first came into the truth, I was, simple-minded, thinking, that certain things was off and everything like that. But then you realize, like, okay, that's not, that's not necessarily the case, because you grow into it, okay? And it says, for that which is put in to fill it up takes from the garment, and the rent is made worse. So you got people who actually come into this thing, right? And, they want to keep that same world that they tried to get rid. They never really got rid of the world, and they come into this truth, with the world on them, and it's like, they end up remaining, and being useless, really, as years go on, and it's like you just remain stagnant. You didn't grow in the spirit, okay? So it says, neither do men put new wine into old bottles, right? It says, else the bottles break and the wine runs out and the bottles perish, but they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. So here go the thing. I know older people, right, that still deal with paper checks and stuff like that. You tell them, hey, you could go ahead and just pay for your bills online, as simple as that. They don't know how to do that. Do that mean that they're necessarily wrong because they're not up to date with the way technology is? No, a lot of the technology that is put out is catered towards, younger crowds, and if I see a older man, doing certain things that the younger crowd would do, you would think that, hey, that's crazy. That don't make sense, but the older crowd are still a special people because they understand the ins and outs of certain things, like, for example, the apostles, they were around before a lot of people was born, and being as though that they're our elders, not just only in the world, but more so in the truth, they being in the truth, and having to do a lot of the studying that they did, whereas though nowadays you got people that they could just go online and look up information, and it's that fast, but now Jake, or people can just research everything on the internet, and the information is right there in front of you, and that's the way that the information is going. Everything is not the same anymore like how it was back then. So when they brought out computers and pagers and cell phones and all that stuff, hey, the scriptures say that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Say, hey, the internet, it does have the if you look at what he said, the devil has it has the spirit of the devil in it. A lot of people, get on the internet, man. It's a lot of, bullshit that's on the internet, man. So were they going off of saying that? No, I mean, if a person got a computer, like, we got a computer on our phone and all this stuff, You're not going off, but the RFID chip is a total different thing, which the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. That's the way that technology is going, okay? So I got this, Proverbs 8:5, and it says, "O ye simple, understand judgment." It says, "And you fools, be ye of an understanding heart." Okay? It says here, "For I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things." It says, "For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips." It says, "All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them." Okay? So because the elders, well, if they even said that, I don't know. I wasn't around, you know. But because a man says certain things, about computer or technology, forwarding, do that mean that they're wicked? Or that they're a stupid, Israelite leader? It says, "They are plain to him that understands, and right to them that find knowledge." And the best thing, is to hey, use knowledge, man. Do it make sense to get a chip planted inside of your skin? Do that make sense? Which that's what we say. They're going to try to force the RFID chip on people. You have news articles that are saying that if you don't get vaccinated, that you're not going to be able to buy groceries and stuff, man. In order for you to continue to get your government benefits, you have to get tested for COVID-19. And if you don't, they're going to take away the children and all that stuff, from your family, and give them to foster care and all that. Do we want that to happen? No, we don't want our children, if you have something, to be taken away from you. But we want a world where righteousness dwell, and we know that the spirit of Esau ain't right. That's pretty much it, man. And the elders, they've been saying that Esau ain't right, and that they got the spirit of a demon on them, and that other certain people out here that teach this, that know that they Israel, that they got demons on them. But pretty much, man, that's the point, man. Technology, ain't the same that it was back then. If anything, it got worse, even though people were arguing that it got better, but people are so far away from natural stuff and humane, things, that they into this, technology and having screens in front of them and stuff like that, and you do have people out here that are taking the RFID chip, okay, and putting it inside of them. So with that, Lord willing, man, this is edifying. I want to say shalom till next time.